folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Today's video is going to be a tag video for Tag Tuesday. I'm going to try to do Tag Tuesdays every Tuesday in 2018. We'll see if that happens. Likely not, but we'll try. It's the New Year's resolution tag, just a couple questions all about books to read in the new year. So I found this video through Allie from Hardback Hoarder, but I'll include both her video and the original person's video down below so you guys can check it out, as well as the questions. So the first question is an author that you'd like to read that you haven't read before. There's so many, that's pretty much a lot of people on this shelf, but the one that stuck out to me was A.R. Torre, or Torre, I'm not entirely sure. So she wrote the Deanna Madden series. It's just a series I'm like super excited to read, and I haven't read her writing before, but it's supposed to be like pretty fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go with A.R. Torre. Torre? I don't know. Second question is just a book that you'd like to read. There is one book on my list that I don't want to say it's the book that I'm most excited to read. It's a book experience that I most want to have, basically. I feel like this book should have almost its own like video. It's so interesting. So that is S by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. For those of you that don't know, this book is intense. It's basically a journey of you. You're like, what the fuck is this? If you've never heard of this book before, it's a journey. Basically, it's meant to look like an old library book. Right here. So you're following the story of two people who basically write in the margins of this book. Also, this book is completely full of things that you can take out of the book to help your reading experience. There's like napkins, there's postcards, there's like pictures, there's notes, there's letters, there's like all these things. Basically, all these tabs that you see in this book are all of the things that they included in this book. Like this one right here, for example, is like a literal physical napkin with a map on it. So this is like a mixed media book lover's dream, basically, and so this to me is book porn. Apparently it's going to take a really long time to read, so I'm like going to go through this very slowly. It might be like a book that I take like a full month to read, but it's one that I'm probably most excited for, that I haven't talked about on my channel yet. Oh, and another thing is that like they treated the pages so that it actually smells like an old book. This book, guys, is like intense. I paid like $55 for this, so hopefully I like it, because it was the most expensive book I ever bought in my life. So other than like art history 101 textbooks, which were like $200, fuck my life. Number 3 is a classic that you'd like to read, and there's really only one that I'm like super focused on reading, and that is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I just haven't read it, and I have this like edition that looks like a moleskin. It has like little illustrations and stuff. I've showed this before, but it's like really quite cool, and it has like a bunch of different people's sort of like literary things, and it tells you like the principal characters, and it sort of sets you up for reading the book, which is nice. I need that because I know nothing about that book. So number 4 is a book that you'd like to reread. You can pretty much look at any of these. I want to read most of these again. But the book that I grabbed that I'm thinking of rereading in February around Valentine's Day is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Chelsea has reread this like 1,000 times. I just want to reread it because I loved it, and I like inhaled it the first time that I read it. And just the romance is lovely, the sexy time is cute, and I want to read it again and absorb it again. Number 5 is a book that you've had for ages that you want to read. I've acquired most of these in the last year, so I haven't I don't have one book on there that like has been sitting there for 5 years. But this is one that I feel like I've had for ages, and so many people talk about that I haven't read, and there's more in a series and stuff. So yeah, like basically that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I just feel like I need to read this, and it just feels like one that has been sitting there like staring at me like, Yobi, did you forget me over here? Like, hello. So number 6 is a big book that you'd like to read. The majority of things over here in the Stephen King section are gigantic. Probably the biggest one other than It that I do want to reread in 2018. The biggest book is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This is, oh, it's only 800 pages. It seems longer. See, this is what Stephen King does. You get these big books, but then you open it up and the margins are like an inch. 800 pages. It seems like more. But to be honest, I think Under the Dome is like 1,200. But anyway, so this is a big book that I just want to read. It's just physically huge. And this follows a guy, I think, who goes into like a other dimension. He travels back in time and is trying to stop the assassination of JFK. I know a lot about the JFK assassination. I know all the conspiracies and all of that jazz. So to mix historical fiction with conspiracies with Stephen King sounds like totally my jam. So I'm surprised I haven't read this yet. It's one of those books I just want to hold and like osmosisly read like right away. Number 7 is an author that you've previously read and want to read more of. So there's one author that I just definitely want to read more of, and that is Donna Tartt. I read The Goldfinch, and it's like the best modern day literary work that I've read. Her storytelling is unreal. I don't like it's I've read good authors, but then it's like that takes the cake. So yeah, definitely more Donna Tartt. And I'm trying to get my hands on The Secret History. I can't find it like anywhere, but anyway, so I did manage to find this. Is The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. Though I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too much about this. I think it's about the death of a child and a mystery behind that. It seems very dark, and yeah, I'm intrigued to see if her writing is as good as The Goldfinch. This came out like years before that one did, so I'd like to see if she always just wrote that well, or if there's like a progression in her work. I got this used, and like sometimes it's nice to have like a broken in used book where like the spine's cracked and you didn't do it. Sometimes it just, anyone else like that? Sometimes it just feels good to have like a worn book. I don't know, I like it. Number 8 is a book that you got for Christmas that you'd like to read. I want to read all of them that I got. But the one that's sticking out to me right now is Little in Line by Brandy Colbert. I've talked about this a little bit, but this is a book that Chelsea loves, and it just is like pimping out and like wants me to read it right away kind of thing. And it's something I just want to read really badly. Number 9 is a series that you want to read start and finish. And that one, even though I talked about one of the books down below, I'm doubling up, and that is the Deanna Madden series, where she's basically a cam girl with murderous tendencies. I don't know how the series goes after like book 1, and I want to know. I refuse to look at the back of this book and read and find out what happens, so I'm just going to put that there. And then number 10 is a series that you want to finish that you've already started. The one that I want to finish more than anything, this is also a Christmas gift. This is Before the Devil Breaks You by Libra Bray. This is part of the Diviner series. This is book 3. Apparently there is another one being released after this, but for now I want to finish the series as is that exist in the world and finish this one. By the time that I'm filming this, I'm listening to the second book in audiobook, so I want to move on to the third one and wrap that up. So number 11 is, do you set reading goals? If so, how many books do you want to read in 2018? I do have a video up already all about my reading goals. So yeah, I do have goals, and I want to try to read 100 books in 2018. I think it's doable, but you never know what the year holds and how busy I'll be, but hopefully 100 books in 2018. I don't know, right now seems super doable, so we'll see. And at number 12 is any other reading goals. Not really. I think I've talked about most of my reading goals on my channel. I think my big goal is to continue to do the star jars. I just filmed the video for this earlier, and I loved how it turned out with like the books that I picked, and being excited again for books that I already own. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm very, very excited for that. So yeah, that is the New Year's resolution tag. I'm not going to tag anybody in this because I'm not sure who has done it and what videos are coming up. Basically, I'm pre-filming most of these, so I don't know right now what people have and haven't done. But yeah, I do hope you guys are doing good, and until my next video, I will talk to all of you soon. And bye!